Documents. Exit NVDA dialog.
Continue an adventure. Which file will you load? Graveyard. Manor. Graveyard. Game load. Entering none. Press the enter key to enter Farhaven. Map boundary 0. Tombstone. Entering path. End of path 0. End of path 15. Graveyard fence 16. Edward Madrinas grave. Tombstone. Tombstone. Edward Madrinas grave. End of path 15. Graveyard fence 16. Tombstone 22. Edward Madrinas grave. Hope the Vampire Slayer. Tombstone. Tombstone. End of path 14. Graveyard fence 15. Tombstone 20. End of path 2. Graveyard fence 2. Tombstone 9. Edward Madrinas grave. Tombstone. Tombstone. Leaving path. Path A14. Graveyard fence 15. Tombstone 21. You can view your inventory in a comprehensive list, or in lists sorted by type. Inventory. High cap 8 of 51. High cap. High quiver. Padded iron. Rusty iron. Initiate's amulet. Makeshift amulet 20 of 51. Novice ring of rabbit's foot 20. Rabbit's foot. Sister Alexia's potion of revival 27 of 51. 4-week potion of greater heat. Week potion of 5-week. 7-week potion of sorcery 30. Diluted poison of a guide to Deepwood. A guide to Farhaven. Edros Mai. Elemental magic. Herbalogist's field guide. Holy letters 40 of 51. Meditations of Father G. Miner's introductory head. Note from a friend 43 of 51. My friend, I know you fancy yourself something of a hero, but even heroes need a little help. I've collected some of the most powerful items used by the greatest heroes of all time and have stored them in a chest in the sewers below Farhaven. They're yours if you want them, my gift to you. Use them wisely. P.S. There are entrances to the sewers south of the tavern, and south of Adrianus Manor. Choose a beacon. Farhaven Eastgate, Magical Barrier, Valenport Mausoleum, Ulcano Mausoleum, Sewers Graveyard Side.
East.
Path 911.
East.
Entering path.
South.
Hedge 15.
South. South.
You have encountered 4 enemies. Retreat. You ran from the enemy.
West.
End of path 0. Leaving path.
Northwest. West.
None.
Northwest.
6 northwest. 4 northwest.
West.
3 west.
West.
1 west.
West.
Press the enter key to enter Farhaven sewers. Press the enter key to enter Farhaven graveyard. Choose a beacon. Set custom beacon. Heroes cache.
West. 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 South.
Map boundary 27.
South.
Skeletal remains. Skeletal remain.
Southwest.
19 west. Skeletal
South.
remains. Map boundary 21. 18 west.
South.
18 west.
West.
Wall 1. 17 west. Map
West.
boundary 22. You have encountered 3 enemies. Choose a skill for Jace. Finesse. Use finesse on. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrianus. Firebolt. Use firebolt on. Choose a skill. Light of purity. Use light of purity on. 38 damage. 22 damage. 30 damage. Battle log. Sister Alexia. 38 damage dealt. Sister Alexia used. Close battle log. Choose a skill for Sister Alexia. Light of purity. Use light of purity on. Rat. Critically wounded. Rat. Seriously wounded. Rat. Critically wounded. Rat. Choose a skill for Jace. Finesse. Use finesse on. Rat. Critically wounded. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrianus. Attack. Firebolt. Use firebolt on. Rat. Seriously wounded. Rat. 7 damage. 73 damage. 22 damage. Battle log. Close battle log. Battle log. Pause menu.
Northwest.
Load a save game. Sounds reference. Change audio settings. Change preferences. Preferences. Difficulty. Easy. Speech mode. Sappy. Automatically advanced story dialogue. Off. On. Use battle log. On. Off. Difficulty. Easy. Speech mode. Sappy. Pause menu. Exit game. Resume game.
Northwest.
None. 14 west. Wall 11.
Northwest.
West.
North.
Wall 2.
North.
East.
Wall
East.
6.
North.
Wall 5.
North.
North. West.
Wall
West.
West. South.
Wall 1.
South.
West.
Wall 3.
West.
West. Southwest.
Wall 4. Track 3. You have encountered 1 enemies. Choose a skill for JC. Finesse. You don't have enough stamina. Attack. Use attack on who? Rat. At full health. Choose a Finesse. Warrior Strut. You don't have enough stamina. Finesse. Attack. Use attack on who? Rat. At full health. Choose a skill. Firebolt. Use Firebolt on who? Choose a skill for Sister Alexi. Light of Purity. 41 damage. Battle log. Close battle log.
West.
What will you take? Makeshift amulet 1 of 1. A magical rune, scratched into a clay disc on a leather string. Magic defense rating, 3. Weight, effortless. Value, 8. No effects. Does not restrict magic. Taken.
West. East.
Chest. Bed. Chest. Bed. Which file will you save to graveyard? Matter. Game save. Chest 1. What will you take? Blade of the Starslayer 1 of 14. An elegant weapon, the blade seems to glow with mysterious fire. Taken. Eagle Eye Bow 1 of 13. This telescoping bow collapses to make it more portable, and fires with incredible accuracy. Taken. Fist of a weapon unlike any other, these massive bludgeon are forged in the shape of 2 fists that cover the user's hands. Hammer of Thunder, Fist of the Gargantuan 1 of 12. Taken. Hammer of Thunder 1 of 11. Lightning flickers around this enchanted hammer, which sports a leather wrapping around its grip and the middle of the hammer head. Taken. Sword of Indomitable Might 1 of 10. A curious sequence of letters and numbers is engraved along the blood channel of this massive weapon. Taken. Cowl of the Bat 1 of 9. A black cowl that covers the upper half of the wearer's face and sports 2 pointed ears, doubtless used by some fearsome warrior of the night. Taken. Peacemaker's Armor 1 of 8. Once worn by a warrior princess, this close-fitting suit of armor sports enchanted golden bracers as well. Taken. Scoundrel's Vest 1 of 7. A simple black vest, it said that the hero who once wore it had luck that defied all odds. Taken. Shield of the Patriot 1 of 6. A round blue shield sporting a 5-pointed white star in a ring of red, set on a field of blue. Taken. Speedster's Armor 1 of 5. This sleek leather gear sports a jagged lightning bolt motif and seems to vibrate with internal energy. Taken. True Silver Mail Shirt 1 of 4. A hauberk of impossibly fine chain mail, embellished with glittering white gems. This unique armor is as hard as a dragon's hide but weighs the wearer down no more than a feather. Taken. Elderwood Wand 1 of 3. An gnarled wand about a foot long, made of wood from an ancient tree. Taken. Helm of Mental Mastery 1 of 2. A deep crimson helmet covering the wearer's head and cheekbones and framing the face in a border of pewter gray. Taken. Ring of the Emerald Knight 1 of 1. A silver ring set with a green stone. The stone courses with energy that can be mastered only if the wearer's will is strong enough. Taken. Wall 2. From the base equipment menu, you can JC's equipment sheet. Head slot. Traveler's clothes in body slot. Canvas pants in leg slot. Iron short sword in main hand slot. Equip JC's main _ hand. Blade of the Starslayer 2 of 11. Unequip iron short sword 1 of 11. Blade of the Star. Weapon rating, 61. Weight, light. Value, 495. 10% chance of reflecting all damage. Eagle Eye Bow 3 of 11. Fist of the Gargantuan 4 of 11. Hammer of Thunder 5 of 11. Iron Dagger 6 of 11. Iron War Axe 7 of 11. Rusty Iron Short Sword 8 of 11. Sword of Indomitable Might 9 of 11. Weapon rating, 46. Weight, heavy. Warp Longbow 10 of 11. Weapon rating, 12. Warp Short Bow 11 of 11. Unequip Iron Shorts. Blade of the Starslayer 2 of 11. Only one who has mastered many adventures can wield this blade. Complete 10 quests to earn the right to equip this item. Eagle Eye Bow 3 of 11. Weapon rating, 50. Weight, light. Value, 366. Knocks the target to the ground. 3% chance. Increases accuracy of physical attacks 100%. Blade of the Eagle Eye Bow 3 of 11. Blade of the Starslayer 2 of 11. Only one who has mastered Eagle Eye Bow 3 of 11. Fist of the Gargantuan 4 of 11. Weapon rating, 73. Weight, heavy. Value, 1000. Knocks the target to the ground. 20% chance. This item may only be equipped by a unit with 20 strength or more. Hammer of Thunder 5 of 11. Weapon rating, 61. Weight, heavy. Value, 612. Knocks the target to the ground. Only one who is worthy may wield this Iron Dagger 6 of 11. Weapon rating, 12. Iron War Axe 7 of 11. Rusty Iron Short Sword 8 of 11. Sword of Indomitable Might 9 of 11. Weapon rating, 46. Equip JC's main _ hand. Unequipped Sword of Indomitable Might 1 of 11. JC's equipment sheet. Bed.
North.
Wall
West.
0. Wall 2.
North.
Wall
West.
0. Bed 1. Rest in the bed? Yes, your party's stamina and mana were completely restored. Rest in the bed? Yes, your party's stamina and mana were completely restored. Which file will you save to graveyard? Manner. Game save. Choose a beacon. Set custom beacon. Heroes cache. Set custom beacon. Heroes cache. Fast travel. Farhaven. Choose a location. Eastgate. Entering East West Road. Intersection 2. East West Road 320. End
North,
East West Road. Eastgate
east.
Gate 0. Entering Eastgate. Press the. Leaving Eastgate. Press the enter key to enter Farhaven. Which file will you save? Graveyard. Game save. Graveyard Fence 2. Open Grave 5. Press the enter key to enter Farhaven. Nothing to interact with. Edward Madrinus Grave. Open Grave. Open Grave. Graveyard Fence 0. Open grave 2. What will you take? Initiate's Amulet 1 of 1. Taken. Graveyard Fence 0. Madrinus Mausoleum Wall 8. None. Graveyard Fence 0. Madrinus Mausoleum Wall 8. Graveyard Fence 0. Madrinus Mausoleum Wall 8. Graveyard Fence 1. Madrinus Mausoleum Wall 8. Graveyard Fence 1. Madrinus Mausoleum Wall 8. Nothing to interact with. Graveyard Fence 0. Madrinus Mausoleum 8 11. Madrinus Mausoleum Door 11. Graveyard entering path. End of path 0. Graveyard Fence 1. Madrinus Mausoleum Wall 9. Leaving path. Graveyard Fence 0. Madrinus Mausoleum Wall 8. Entering path. End of path 0. Graveyard Fence 2. Graveyard Fence 5. Small gate 5. Choose a beacon. Leaving path. Graveyard Fence 0. Fast trap. Far Haven. Choose a beacon. Magical Barrier. Valenport Mausoleum. Magical Barrier.
Northeast.
Path 1-3. Graveyard Fence. Entering path.
East.
Leaving path.
North.
Path 13.
North.
You have encountered 3 enemies. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. Use attack on who? Bat. At full health. Bat. At full health. Bat. At full health. Bat. At full health. Choose a skill. Firebolt. Use Firebolt on Bat. Choose a skill. Light of Purity. Use Light of Purity on Bat. 7 damage. 7 damage. 72 damage. 36 damage. 26 damage. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. Finesse. Use Finesse on who? Bat. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrianus. Attack. Firebolt. Use Firebolt on Bat. Choose a skill for Sister Alexi. Light of Purity. Use Light. 5 damage. 7 damage. 172 damage. 70 damage. Battle log. Close battle log. Path 11-13. Graveyard Fence 14. Thicket 27.
North.
East.
Small gate 0.
East.
Which file will you save? Graveyard. Game save. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave.
East.
Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave.
East.
Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave.
East.
Tombstone. Tombstone. Hope the Vampire Slayer.
East.
Tombstone. 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 Tombstone.
East.
Graveyard
South.
Fence 8. Open grave 12. Graveyard Fence 8. Graveyard Fence 8. Open grave 12. Graveyard Fence 1. Open grave 5. Graveyard Fence 0. Open grave 6. Nothing to interact with. Graveyard Fence 0. What will you take? Smith's Apron 1 of 1. Taken. Open grave. Open grave. Graveyard Fence 5. Open grave 9. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Graveyard Fence 0. Open grave 4. Graveyard Fence 02. Open grave 7. Graveyard Fence 1. Valenport Mausoleum Wall 11. You have encountered 2 enemies. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. Use attack on who? Rat. At full health. Rat. At full health. Rat. Choose a skill for Firebolt. Use Firebolt on Rat. Choose a skill. Light of Purity. Use Light. Rat. At full health. Rat. 140 damage. 37 damage. Battle log. Graveyard Fence 2. Open grave 6. Graveyard Fence 0. Open grave 4. Graveyard Fence 0 2. Graveyard Fence 0. Small gate 1. Small gate 0. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave 6. What will you take? Rusty Iron Greatsword 1 of 1. Taken. Open grave. Open grave. Tombstone 5. You have encountered 3 enemies. Choose a skill for Jace. Use attack on Giant Rat. At full health. Rat. At full health. Giant Rat. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrian. Firebolt. Use Firebolt on Rat. At full health. Choose a skill. Light of Purity. Use Light of Purity on Rat. At full health. 64 damage. 39 damage. 33 damage. Choose a retreat. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrianus. Attack. Firebolt. Use Firebolt on who? Giant Rat. Seriously wounded. Choose a skill for Light of Purity. Use Light of Purity on 10 damage. Choose a skill for Jace. Retreat. You ran from the enemy. Open grave. Open grave. Entering fountain. Graveyard Fence 0. Path. Hedge 0. Leaving fountain. Tombstone 2. Tombstone 1. Open grave 3. Nothing to interact with. What will you take? Rusty iron cuirass 1 of 1. Taken. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Graveyard fence 5. Path 710. Path 1114. Graveyard fence 4. Graveyard fence 0. Nothing to interact with. Choose a beacon. Valenport Mausoleum. Alcano Mausoleum. Sewers Graveyard. Lenario Mausoleum. Set custom beacon. Lenario Mausoleum. Sewers Graveyard. Alcano Mausoleum. Grave. You have encountered 4 enemies. Choose a skill for JC. Use attack on who? Rat. At full health. Rat. At full health. Praise Beggar. At full health. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrian. Firebolt. Use Firebolt on Rat. Choose a skill for Light of Purity. Use Light of Purity on 106 damage. 39 damage. 30 damage. Choose a skill for Jace. Retreat. Attack. Use attack on Rat. At full health. Rat. Critically wound. Rat. At full health. Choose a skill. Firebolt. Use Firebolt on Rat. Critically wounded. Choose a skill for Sister Alexi. Light of Purity. Use Light of Purity on Rat. At full health. Rat. Critically wound. Rat. At full health. 7 damage. 7 damage. 77 damage. 38 damage. Battle log. Post battle log. Graveyard fence 1. Graveyard fence 0. Nothing to interact with. Graveyard
West.
fence 5. Fountain 2-4. Graveyard fence 4. Path. Entering fountain. Open grave. Fast travel. Farhaven. Farhaven. Choose a location. Westgate. Southgate. Westgate. Eastgate. Entering East-West Road. End of East-West Road. Eastgate Gate 0. Entering Eastgate. Press the Enter key to enter Far. Leaving Eastgate. Press the Enter key to enter Farhaven. Which file will you save to? Create a new save file. Graveyard. Game save. Entering Eastgate. Press the Enter key to enter Farhaven Graveyard. Entering East-West Road. Entering Eastgate. Press the Enter key to enter Farhaven Graveyard. Leaving Eastgate. Press the Enter key to enter Farhaven. Edward Madrinus Grave. Open grave. Edward Madrinus Grave. Path 016. Graveyard fence 17. Tombstone 23. Path 1416. Graveyard fence 17. As far as I can see 30. Path 016. Graveyard fence 7. Path 016. Graveyard fence 17. Tombstone 23. Entering path. End of path 16. Graveyard fence 17. As far as I can see 30. Leaving path. Path 1416. Graveyard fence 17. As far as I can see 30. Path 1315. Graveyard fence 16. As far as I can see 30. Path 815. Graveyard fence 16. Path 815. Path 015. Path 015. Graveyard fence 16. As far as I can see 30. Entering path. End of path 7. End of path 7. Path 1315. Graveyard fence 16. As far as I can see 30. End of graveyard fence 210. Graveyard fence 11. Path 1315. Small gate 16. Graveyard fence 0. Graveyard fence 210. Graveyard fence 14. Open grave 9. Graveyard fence 04. Graveyard fence 9. Path 1114. Graveyard fence 15. Graveyard fence 04. Graveyard fence 10. Path 1214. Graveyard fence 15. Duck pond 1624. As far as I can see 30. Graveyard fence 04. Entering path. End of leaving path. Path 3. Path 3. Entering path. End of path. Leaving path. Graveyard fence 1. Graveyard. Retreat. You ran from the end of path. Entering path. End of path 4. End of path 16. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. End of path 7. Graveyard fence 8. Open grave 10. Leaving path. What will you take? Rusty iron greaves 1 of 2. Taken. Taken. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Tombstone. Hope the Vampire Slayer. Tombstone. 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 Entering path. End of path 4. Graveyard fence 5. Tombstone 8. End of path 4. End of path 1. Path 1-5. Graveyard fence 8-10. Hedge 14. Open grave 25. Leaving path. Entering path. End of path 3. You have encountered 2 enemies. Choose a skill for Jace. Use attack on who? Rat. At full health. Rat. At full health. Choose a firebolt. Use firebolt on rat. Choose a skill. Light of purity. Use light of purity on. 76 damage. 73 damage. Battle log. You won. Close battle log. JC has reached level 5. JC learned second win. End of path 0. Graveyard fence 2-5. Hedge 8-10. Open grave 20. Leaving path. Graveyard fence 0-3. Hedge 6-8. Open grave 18. Entering path. End of path. End of path 3. Graveyard fence 5-8. Fountain 17-20. Standing stone 23. Leaving path. Graveyard fence. Entering path. Small gate 0. Leaving path. Graveyard fence 0. Graveyard fence. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Graveyard fence 0. Open grave 7. Graveyard fence 0. Open grave 2. You have encountered 4 enemies. Choose a skill for JC. Use attack on who? Bat. At full health. Choose a skill. Firebolt. Use firebolt on bat. At full health. Choose a skill. Light of purity. Use light of purity on bat. 6 damage. 7 damage. 6 damage. 80 damage. 37 damage. 58 damage. Choose a skill for Jace. You ran from the enemy. What will you take? Smith's apron 1 of 1. Taken. Graveyard fence 0. Open grave 5. Open grave. Open grave. Graveyard fence 1. Graveyard fence 1. Ticket 14. Graveyard fence 1. Hedge. End of path 0. Graveyard. End of path 0. End of path 1. Fast travel. Farhaven. Farhaven. Choose a location. Westgate. Eastgate. Entering East-West Road. Intersect. Entering Eastgate. Leaving Eastgate. Press the enter key to enter Farhaven. Entering path. End of path 2. Gate 2. End of path 1. Gate 2. Leaving path. Gate 1. Graveyard fence 2. Path 016. Graveyard fence 17. Tombstone 22. Path 016. Entering path. End of path 16. Graveyard fence 17. Tombstone 22. End of path 14. Graveyard fence 15. Tombstone 21. Leaving path. Press the enter key to enter Farhaven. Entering path. Edward Madrinus grave. Open grave. End of path 0. Graveyard fence 2. Tombstone 6. End of path 0. Graveyard fence 2. Open grave 9. End of path 0. Graveyard. End of path 0. Graveyard fence 2. Open grave 12. End of path 2. Graveyard fence 2. Tombstone 9. End of path 0. Graveyard fence 2. Tombstone 6. End of path 0. Graveyard fence 2. Open grave 9. End of path 0. Graveyard fence 2. Tombstone 6. End of path 0. Graveyard fence 2. Open grave 9. Leaving path. Edward Madrinus grave. Open grave. Graveyard fence 0. Tombstone 5. Graveyard fence 0. Open grave 10. City wall 0. Path 2. Graveyard fence 4. Tombstone 10. Graveyard fence 0. Open grave 10. Graveyard fence 0. Graveyard fence 17. Thicket 18. Graveyard fence 0. Madrinus Mausoleum wall 7. Graveyard fence 0. Tombstone 4. Graveyard fence 0. Graveyard fence 17. Thicket 18. Graveyard fence 0. Madrinus Mausoleum wall 7. Entering path. Leaving path. Entering path. You have encountered 4 enemies. Use attack on who? Rat. At full health. Rat. At full health. Rat. Rat. At full health. 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 Choose a skill for Gwen Adrianus. Firebolt. Use firebolt on. Choose a skill for light of purity. Use light of purity on. Rat. At full health. 83 damage. 42 damage. 29 damage. Choose a retreat. You ran from the enemy. Leaving path. Graveyard fence 0. Madrinus. Graveyard fence 0. Madrinus Mausoleum wall 7. Nothing to interact with. Nothing to examine. Graveyard fence 0. Madrinus Mausoleum 710. Madrinus Mausoleum door 10. Graveyard fence 0. Madrinus Mausoleum wall 7. Graveyard fence 0. Madrinus Mausoleum 710. Madrinus Mausoleum door 10. Which file will you save? Graveyard. Game save. Graveyard fence 0. Madrinus Mausoleum wall 7. Graveyard fence 0. Madrinus Mausoleum 710. Madrinus Mausoleum door 10. City wall 10. Open grave. Open grave. City wall 10. Entering path. End of path 9. Gate 10. Leaving path. City wall 3. Graveyard fence 0, open grave 7. Graveyard fence 0, Madrinus Mausoleum wall 16. Graveyard fence 0, tombstone 4. Graveyard fence 0, Madrinus Mausoleum wall 11. None. No active beacon. None. Graveyard fence 0, tombstone 5. Graveyard fence 1, Madrinus Mausoleum wall 8. You have encountered 3 enemies. Use attack on rat, at full health, rat, at full health. Choose a skill, firebolt, use firebolt on rat. Choose a skill, light of purity, use light of purity on 72 damage, 42 damage, 33 damage. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. Use attack on who? Rat, mortally wounded, rat, mortally wounded. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrianus. Attack. Firebolt, blazing weapon, use item, rest. Choose a skill for Sister Alexi, light of purity, blessed weapon. Regain focus, use item, rest. 154 damage. Battle log. E1. Close battle log. Gwen Adrianus has reached level 5. Entering path. Leaving path. Graveyard fence 0, Madrinus Mausoleum wall 7. Graveyard fence 0, Madrinus Mausoleum 711. Graveyard fence 0, Graveyard fence 0, Madrinus Mausoleum 711. Madrinus Mausoleum door 11. Graveyard fence 0, Madrinus Mausoleum 710. Madrinus Mausoleum door 10. Graveyard fence 0, Madrinus Mausoleum wall 7. Graveyard fence 14, small gate 4. Path 216, graveyard fence 17, as far as I can see 30. Entering path, end of path 5, end of leaving path, graveyard fence 0. Graveyard fence 0, graveyard fence 0. Graveyard fence 07. You have encountered 1 enemies. Use attack on who? Choose a skill for Gwen Adrianus. Firebolt, blazing weapon. Regain focus. Blazing weapon. Use blazing weapon on who? Choose a skill for Sister Alexi. Light of purity. Blessed weapon. Regain focus. Blessed weapon. Use blessed weapon on who? 119 damage. Battle log. Close battle log. Graveyard fence 07, duck pond 1422, graveyard fence 22, path 2427, graveyard fence 28, as far as I can see 30. Entering path. Leaving path. Graveyard. Entering path. End of leaving path. Small gate 0. Small gate 1. Lenario Mausoleum wall 5.
North.
Lenario Mausoleum 03. Entering Lenario Mausoleum. You have encountered 2 enemies. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. Use attack on bat. At full health. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrianus. Firebolt. Use firebolt on bat. Choose a skill. Light of purity. Use light of purity on. 5 damage. 6 damage. 82 damage. 75 damage. Battle log. Leaving Lenario Mausoleum. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Lenario Mausoleum wall 1. Graveyard fence 9, path 1113, graveyard fence 14, Madrinus Mausoleum wall 21. Edward Madrinus grave. Open grave. Edward Madrinus grave. Open grave. Open grave. Tombstone. Which file will you save? Graveyard. Create a new save file. Graveyard. Game save. Edward Madrinus grave. Open grave. Open grave. Graveyard fence 0, path 24, graveyard fence 5, Madrinus Mausoleum wall 12. Graveyard fence 0, path 24. Graveyard fence 0, path 24. Graveyard fence 0, path 24. Tombstone 5. You have encountered 3 enemies. Choose a skill for Jace. Use attack on rat. Grave Faker. At full health. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrian. Firebolt. Use firebolt on rat. Choose a skill. Light of purity. Use light rat. At full health. 49 damage. 43 damage. 62 damage. Choose a skill for Jace. You ran from the enemy. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. Hedge 1. Map boundary 2. Open grave. Open grave. Tombstone. Hedge 0. Map boundary 1. Hedge 4. Map boundary 5. You have encountered 4 enemies. You ran from the enemy. Nothing to interact with. Head City Wall 5. City Wall 2. Edward Madrinus grave. Open grave. Open grave. Open grave. City Wall 2. Graveyard fence 8. Path 10. Graveyard fence 13. Open grave 24. Graveyard fence 8. Path 10-12. Graveyard Fence 13, Open Grave 21, Graveyard Fence 8, Path 1013, Graveyard Fence 14, Edward Madrinus Grave 27. Press the Enter key to enter Farhaven Sewers. Graveyard Fence 0, Path 24, Graveyard Fence 5, Open Grave 12. Graveyard Fence 0, Path 24, Graveyard Fence 5, Tombstone 9. Press the Enter key to enter Farhaven Sewers. Graveyard Fence 9. Graveyard Fence 9, Path 1113, Graveyard Fence 14, Tombstone 19. Graveyard Fence 14, Path 16, Graveyard Fence 19, Open Grave 26. Graveyard Fence 14, Path 16 18, Graveyard Fence 19, Tombstone 23. Tombstone 8. Graveyard Fence 14, Graveyard Fence 14, Path 16 18, Graveyard Fence 19, as far as I can see 30. Graveyard Fence 14, Path 16 18, Graveyard Fence 19, Open Grave 27. Graveyard Fence 13, Path 15 18, Graveyard Fence 19, Open Grave 24. Graveyard Fence 13, Path 15 17, Graveyard Fence 18, Open Grave 29. Graveyard Fence 14, Path 16, Graveyard Fence 19, Open Grave 29. Graveyard Fence 13. Graveyard Fence 13, Path 15, Graveyard Fence 18, Open Grave 25. Graveyard Fence 13, Path 15 17, Graveyard Fence 18, Tombstone 23. Tombstone 8. Graveyard Fence 13 15, Path 16 18, Graveyard Fence 19, Open Grave 27. Graveyard Fence 13, Path 15 17, Graveyard Fence 18, Open Grave 24. Graveyard Fence 13, Path 15 17, Graveyard Fence 18, Open Grave 29. Which file will you save to? Create a new save file. Cancelled. Graveyard Fence 13, Path 15 17. Graveyard Fence 13. Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13, Graveyard Fence 16, Open Grave 26. Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13 15, Graveyard Fence 16, Edward Madrinus Grave 30. Which file will you save to? Graveyard. Game save. Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13 15. Graveyard Fence 10, Path 12, Graveyard Fence 10, Path 12 14, Graveyard Fence 15, Tombstone 20. Graveyard Fence 10, Path 12 14, Graveyard Fence 15, Open Grave 22. Level up. JC, Level 5 Warrior. Which file will you load? Graveyard. Game loaded. Graveyard Fence 11, Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13 15, Graveyard Fence 16, Edward Madrinus Grave 30. Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13 15, Graveyard Fence 16, as far as I can see 30. Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13 15, Graveyard Fence 16, Tombstone 21. Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13 15, Graveyard Fence 16, Edward Madrinus Grave 30. Graveyard Fence 11, Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13 15, Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13 15, Graveyard Fence 16, Edward Madrinus Grave 29. Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13 15, Graveyard Fence 16, as far as I can see 30. You have encountered 3 enemies. Choose a skill for JC. Use attack on Grave Robber. At full health, Grave Robber. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrian. Firebolt. Use Firebolt on Grave Robber. Choose a skill, Light of Purity. Use Light of Purity on Grave Robber.
You got as a present.
84 damage. 60 damage. 97 damage. Choose a skill for JC. Ran from the enemy. Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13 15, Tombstone 6. Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13 15, Graveyard Fence 16, Edward Madrinus Grave 30. Tombstone 5, Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13 15, Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13 15, Graveyard Fence 16, Tombstone 21. Graveyard Fence 8, Path 10 12, Graveyard Fence 13, Open Grave 22. Graveyard Fence 8, Path 10 12, Graveyard Fence 13, Open Grave 18. Graveyard Fence 8, Path 10 12, Graveyard Fence 13, Open Grave 23. Graveyard Fence 12, Path 14 16, Graveyard Fence 17, Open Grave 24. Which file will you load? Matter. Graveyard. Game loaded. Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13, Graveyard Fence, Tombstone 6. You have encountered 1 enemies. Choose a skill for Jason. Use attack on who? Crazed Baker. At full health. Choose a skill. Firebolt. Blazing Weapon. Use Blazing Weapon on. Choose a skill for Light of Purity. Blessed Weapon. Use Blessed Weapon on. 107 damage. Battle log. You won. Graveyard Fence 12, Path Wall 11, Lenario Mausoleum Wall 4. Lenario Mausoleum 47, Lenario Mausoleum Rubble 7. Lenario Mausoleum Wall 4. Lenario Mausoleum 46, Lenario Mausoleum Wall 6. Lenario Mausoleum Wall 4. Graveyard Fence 04, Lenario Mausoleum Wall 4. Small Gate 0, Lenario Mausoleum Wall 4. Graveyard Fence 3, Lenario Mausoleum Wall 4. Graveyard Fence 02, Path 48, Graveyard Fence 10 12, Duck Pond 22 27, Tombstone 28. Graveyard Fence 0, Path 24, Graveyard Fence 5, Tombstone 10. Graveyard Fence, Small Gate 0. Entering path. Leaving path. Graveyard Fence 0, Ticket 21. Which file will you load? Graveyard. Game loaded. Graveyard Fence 11, Path 13 15, Graveyard Fence 16, Edward Madrinus Grave 29. You have encountered 3 enemy. Retreat. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrian. You ran from the enemy. Graveyard fence 11, path 13 15, graveyard fence 16, tombstone 20. Graveyard fence 11, path 13, graveyard fence 16, open grave 23. Graveyard fence 13, path 15 17, graveyard fence 18, Valenport Mausoleum wall 27. Lenario
No.
Mausoleum 3-6. Entering Lenario Mausoleum. You have encountered 4 enemies. Choose a skill for Jace. You ran from the enemy, leaving Lenario Mausoleum. Graveyard fence 2. Head 5.
South.
Map boundary 6. Graveyard fence 0. Graveyard fence 0. Path 2-4. Graveyard fence 5. Valenport Mausoleum wall 14.
East.
Graveyard fence 02. Path 4-8. Graveyard fence 10-12. Duck pond 23-28. Tombstone 29. Graveyard fence 02. Path 3-7. Graveyard fence 9. Graveyard fence 12. Tombstone 18. Which file will you load? Graveyard. Game loaded. Graveyard fence 11. Path 13-15. Graveyard fence 16. Edward Madrinus grave 30. You have encountered 1 enemies. Use attack on. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrianus. Use attack on. Choose. This won't do any good. Choose a skill for Sister Alexia. Hands of healing. Light of purity. Blessed weapon. Regain focus. This won't do any good. Blessed weapon. Use. 136 damage. Battle log. Close battle log. Press the enter key to enter Farhaven sewers. Graveyard fence 0, path 2, graveyard fence 5, open grave 13. Graveyard fence 0. Graveyard fence, graveyard fence 6. Graveyard fence 6, path 8 10, wall 6, Lenario Mausoleum wall 1. You have encountered 3 enemies. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. Use attack on who? Bat, at full health. Shuttling Boneman, at full health. Choose a skill, Firebolt. Use Firebolt on who? Shuttling Boneman, at full health. Shuttling Bone. Choose a skill for Sister Alexia. Light of Purity. Use Light Bat, at full health. 8 damage. 56 damage. 40 damage. 33 damage. Choose a skill for Jace. Finesse. Warrior Strike. Finesse. Use Finesse on who? Bat, mortally wounded. Shuttling Boneman, seriously wounded. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrianus. Attack. Firebolt. Use Firebolt on Shuttling Boneman, wounded. Choose a skill for Light of Purity. Use Light of Purity on Bat, mortally wounded. 25 damage. 27 damage. 13 damage. 33 damage. 35 damage. 31 damage. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. Use attack on who? Shuttling. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrianus. Attack. Firebolt. Blazing weapon. Firebolt. Use Firebolt on Shuttling Boneman, seriously wounded. Choose a skill for Light of Purity. Use Light of Purity on Shuttling Boneman, mortally wounded. Shuttling. 17 damage. 30 damage. 52 damage. Battle log. Close battle log. Current quests. No rest for the wicked. Tombstone 3. Graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 11, open grave 18. Graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 10, open grave 18. Graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 10, tombstone 14. Graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 10, Edward Madrinus grave 24. Which file will you save to? Create a new save file. Graveyard. Game save. Tombstone 5. Tombstone 5. Graveyard fence 1, path 3-5, graveyard fence 6, open grave 13. Graveyard fence 1, path 3-5, graveyard fence 6, tombstone 10. Tombstone 5. Which file will you load? Manner. Graveyard. Game loaded. Graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 10, Edward Madrinus grave 24. Tombstone 3.
West.
Graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 11, open grave 18. Graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 10, open grave 18. Graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 10, tombstone 14. Graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 10, Edward Madrinus grave 24. Graveyard fence 4. Tombstone 3. Graveyard fence 4, path 6-8, graveyard fence 9, tombstone 14. Graveyard fence 4, path 6-8, graveyard fence 10, open grave 17. Tombstone 3. Graveyard fence 4, path 6-8, graveyard fence 9, tombstone 14. Which file will you load? Graveyard map game loaded. Bed 1. Which file will you load? Graveyard game loaded. Graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 10, Edward Madrinas grave 23. Which file will you save to? Create a new save file, graveyard, game save. Tombstone 3. Graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 10, Edward Madrinas grave 23. Tombstone 3. Which file will you load? Graveyard, game loaded. Graveyard
No.
fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 10, Madrinas Mausoleum wall 17. Tombstone 3. Graveyard fence 5, path 7-10, graveyard fence 11, open grave 18. Tombstone 3, graveyard fence 5, graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 10, tombstone 15. Edward Madrinas grave, open grave, tombstone. Graveyard fence, city wall 0, city wall, graveyard fence 1, path 3, gate 3. Graveyard fence 0, path 2, graveyard fence 5, open grave 15. Graveyard fence 0, path 2, graveyard fence 5, open grave 12. Graveyard fence 0, path 2, graveyard fence 5, open grave 13. Graveyard fence 0, path 2 4, graveyard fence 5, tombstone 10. Graveyard fence 0 6, path 13 17, graveyard fence 18, tombstone 23. Wall 5, Lenario Mausoleum wall 5. Graveyard
No.
fence 3, path 5 7. Graveyard fence 0, path 2 4. Graveyard fence 0, path 2 4. Graveyard fence 0. Graveyard fence 0. Retreat. You ran from the enemy. Which file will you load? Graveyard. Game loaded. Graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 10, Edward Madrinas grave 23. Nothing to examine. None. None. No active beacon. Map overview. You are here. Grass 740. Grass 741. Grass 740. Grass 7. Hedge. Grass 748. Grass 747. Grass 746. Grass 745. Grass 7. Graveyard fence. Grass 737. Grass 736. Graveyard fence. Wall. 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 Grass 636. Grass 536. Grass 636. Grass 736. Wall. Grass 737. Grass 738. Wall. 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 Grass 739. You are here. Grass 740. Wall. Wall. Grass 640. Grass 540. Grass 440. Grass 340. Grass 240. City wall. City wall. City wall. City wall. Grass 241. City wall. Grass 240. Hedge. City wall. City wall. Grass 248. Grass 247. City wall. Grass 246. Grass 245. Grass 244. Grass 243. Grass 240. Grass 241. Graveyard fence. Grass 237. Grass 238. City wall. Grass 239. Grass 24. Grass 241. Grass 240. Grass 243. Grass 244. Grass 344. Grass 345. Grass 346. Hedge. Grass 340. Grass 347. Grass. Graveyard fence. Grass 337. Grass 338. Grass 336. Graveyard fence. Grass 436. Graveyard fence. Grass 437. Grass 446. Grass 447. Hedge. Grass 549. Grass 548. Grass 541. Grass 54. Grass 539. Grass 538. Grass 537. Graveyard fence. Grass 636. Grass 736. Wall. Wall. Grass 737. Hedge. Grass 748. Grass 747. Grass 847. Grass 947. Grass 1047. Grass 1147. Grass 1247. Graveyard fence 5, path 7-9, graveyard fence 10, Edward Madrinas grave 23. Map overview. You are here. Wall. Grass 741. Wall. Grass 740. Grass 747. Grass 746. Grass 745. Grass 744. Grass 745. Grass 747. Grass 847. Graveyard fence. Grass 1347. Grass 1447. Graveyard fence. Grass 1347. Grass 1447. Grass 1440. Small gate. Graveyard fence. Dirt and path 1748. Rock 1648. Small gate 1548. Small gate 1549. Hedge. Small gate 1548. Hedge. 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 Small gate 1548. Rock 1648. Dirt and path 1748. Dirt and path 1848. Rock 1948. Graveyard fence. Graveyard fence. Dirt and path 1848. Rock 1948. Rock 1949. Graveyard fence. Hedge. Graveyard fence. Rock 1948. Rock 1947. Rock 1946. Graveyard fence. Rock 1945. Rock 1944. Rock 1943. Dirt and path 1840. Wall. Dirt and path 7. Graveyard fence. Rock 1944. Rock 1943. Rock 1940. Rock 1935. Rock 1934. Rock 1933. Graveyard fence. Dirt and path 1916. Dirt and path 2016. Rock 2015. Graveyard fence. Rock 2115. Rock 2015. Rock 2115. Small gate 2114. Grass 2113. Grass 2112. Grass 2111. Grass 2110. Open grave grass 219. Grass 218. Grass 217. Grass 218. Open grave grass. Choose a beacon. Alcano Mausoleum. Sewers Graveyard Side. Alcano Mausoleum. Valenport Mausoleum. Magical Barrier. Farhaven Eastgate. Set custom beacon. Map marker. Lenario Mausoleum. Sewers Graveyard Side. Lenario Mausoleum. Map marker. Set custom beacon. Map marker. Lenario Mausoleum. Sewers Graveyard Site. Ulcano Mausoleum. Sewers Graveyard Site. Lenario Mausoleum. Map marker.
South. South.
North. North.
South. South.
Map overview. You are here. Wall. Wall. Grass 741. Wall. Grass 740. Edge. Grass 748. Grass 747. Grass 847. Grass 1147. Grass 10. Grass 947. Grass 946. Grass 945. Grass 944. Wall. Grass 1044. Graveyard fence. Grass 1344. Grass 1444. Graveyard fence. Wall. Grass 1445. Graveyard fence. Grass 1446. Graveyard fence. Grass 1447. Grass 1440. Small gate 1548. Grass 1448. Grass 1348. Grass 1048. Grass 948. City wall. City wall. Grass 348. Grass 248. City wall. Grass 348. Grass 349. Hedge. Grass 348. Grass 347. Grass 247. City wall. Grass 248. Grass 249. Hedge. Grass 248. City wall. Grass 348. Grass 448. Grass 548. Grass 648. Grass 748. Grass 848. Grass 948. Grass 1048. Grass 1148. Grass 1248. Grass 1348. Grass 1448. Small gate. Rock 1648. Dirt and path 1748. Dirt and path 1848. Rock 1948. Graveyard fence. Dirt and path 1848. Rock 1948. Rock 1949. Hedge. Rock 1948. Rock 1947. Rock 1946. Rock 1945. Rock 1944. Rock 1943. Rock 1942. Rock 1941. Rock 1940. Rock 1939. Rock 1938. Rock 1937. Rock 1936. Rock 1935. Rock 1934. Graveyard fence. Rock 1933. Rock 1932. Dirt and path 1832. Dirt and path 1831. Dirt and path 1830. Dirt and path 1829. Rock 1929. Small gate 2029. Grass 2129. Grass 2130. Grass 2129. Grass 2128. Rock in duck pond 2127. Rock in duck pond 2126. Rock in duck pond. Rock in duck pond. Graveyard fence. Rock in duck pond 2121. Graveyard fence. Shallow water in duck pond 2221. Rock in duck pond 2121. Rock 2120. Graveyard fence. Rock in duck pond 2220. Rock 2120. Graveyard fence. Graveyard fence. Rock in duck pond 2220. Graveyard fence. Rock in duck pond 2320. Rock in duck pond. Rock in duck. Rock in duck. Rock in duck. Rock in duck pond. Grass 2920. Grass 3020. Grass 3120. Grass 3220. Grass 3320. Grass 3319. Grass 3318. Graveyard fence. Grass 3316. Grass 3416. Grass 3916. Grass 3915. Graveyard fence. Grass 4015. Graveyard fence. Grass 4115. Grass 4215. Grass 4315. Small. Stone in fountain 4310. Stone in fountain 439. Stone in fountain. Stone in Adrianus Mausoleum 435. Stone in Adrianus Mausoleum 434. Stone in Adrianus Mausoleum 433. Wall. Stone in Adrianus Mausoleum 443. Stone in Adrianus Mausoleum 433. Door. Stone in Adrianus door. 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 Choose a beacon. Map marker.
South.
City wall
West.
6. Head 9.
South.
Map boundary 10.
South. East.
Small
East.
gates up.
East.
Entering path.
North.
Leaving path. As far as I can see.
North. North.
You have encountered 4 enemies. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. Use attack on who. Choose a skill for firebolt. Use firebolt on rat. Choose a skill light of purity. Use light rat. 77 damage. 42 damage. 31 damage. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. Use attack on who. Rat. At full health. Praise Baker. Mortally wounded. Choose a skill for Gwen Adriana. Firebolt. Use firebolt on rat. Choose a skill light of purity. Use light of purity on rat. At full health. 4 damage. 7 damage. 11 damage. 66 damage. 41 damage. 70 damage. Battle log. Close battle log.
North. 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 North.
Entering path.
Northeast.
End of path 0. Graveyard fence 1.
Northeast.
Tombstone 4. End of path 0. End of path 0.
East.
Graveyard fence 1. Small gate
East.
9.
East.
Hope the Vampire Slayer has joined the battle. You have encountered 2 enemies. Choose a skill for Jace. Use attack on who. Choose a skill for Gwen Adriana. Use attack on who. Praise Baker. Choose a skill for Sister Alexia. Use Hands of Healing on who. Sister Alexia. Wounded. Hope the Vampire Slayer. At full health. JC. Wounded. Gwen Adrianus. Seriously wounded. 160 damage. 74 damage. Battle log. You want close battle log. Inventory. Makeshift. Use which unit skills? JC. Gwen Adrianus. Sister Alexia. Select a skill to use. Hands of Healing. Use Hands of Healing on who? JC, wounded. Sister Alexia uses Hands of Healing on JC. 36 health recovered. 123 health remains. Blessed weapon. Hands of Healing. Use Hands of Healing on Gwen Adrianus. Seriously wounded. Sister Alexia uses Hands of Healing on Gwen Adrianus. 38 health recovered. 84 health remains. Select a skill to use. Use Hands of Healing on Sister Alexia. Wounded. Gwen Adrianus. Wounded. Sister Alexia uses Hands of Healing on Gwen Adrianus. 34 health recovered. 118 health remains. Select a skill to use. You don't have enough mana. Use which unit skills? Sister Alexia. Inventory. Makeshift am.
East.
Leading path.
East. East. Northeast.
Ultimo
South.
Mausoleum Wall. Edge
East.
6.
North.
Small gate 0.
North.
Fountain
North.
3-6. Entering fountain.
North.
Leaving fountain. Entering Adrianus Mausoleum.
North. North.
This is the Adrianus family mausoleum. Would you believe I've never seen it up close?
I imagine it's not a favorite family picnic spot. You don't come and pay your respects? The door is locked. Who has the key? You don't come. I imagine it's not a favorite family picnic spot.
No, nobody comes here anymore. Not since the key was lost.
Lost. How was it lost?
No one's really sure. It hasn't been seen in centuries. The legend is that only someone truly deserving of the Adrianus bloodline would find it. Father used to spend a lot of time researching family histories, searching for clues.
Maybe he wasn't meant to find it. Maybe you were. Nobody's more deserving of the Adrianus name than you. Maybe. How hard could it be? I bet you could find it if you try. Maybe he wasn't meant to find it.
Me? I don't think so.
Trust me, if you put your mind to it, you could do anything.
You really think I could find it? When I was a little girl, I used to dream of being the one.
So let's find it. Where should we start?
Maybe there's something in one of the family histories. We should check my father's collection.
I don't know about histories, but I have this old poem. It mentions someone who looked after the graves of your ancestors.
I remember this story. I used to read it every night before bed. It was my favorite. Wait a minute. The story says that Titus looked after the ancestors' graves and he never returned from his last adventure. You don't think...
That Titus had the key to the mausoleum. It seems reasonable to me.
If Titus brought the key with him on his last adventure, then we'd need to find his final resting place. I can't believe this. We could actually find it.
So where do we look?
It says that Titus built a home north of the river where he could live in peace. That would be in the Deepwood Forest. It's a long shot, but maybe there's something out there.
It may take a while, but if he really did build a home in the forest, we'll find it. Let's... Current quests. No rest for the wicked. The hero's call. Ancient evil. Strange bedfellows. Trouble sleeping. Family legacy. No rest for the wicked. Family legacy. According to an ancient poem, there's a chance that we might find the key to the Adrianus Mausoleum in Deepwood Forest. We should look for Titus Adrianus' cabin, north of the river. Trouble sleeping. Strange bedfellows. Hope the Vampire Slayer has asked me to keep an ancient evil. A friend of Hope the Vampire Slayer is on a mission in the catacombs. I should try to find out if he's alright. The hero's call. No rest for the wicked. Family legacy. According to an ancient poem, there's a chance that we might find the key to the Adrian. Tombstone. Inventory. Makeshift amulet 43 of 76. Makeshift amulet. Novice ring of warding 45 of 76. Rabbit's foot 46 of 76. Rabbit's foot 46. Rabbit's foot 40. Rabbit's foot 40. Ring of the emerald knife 50 of 76. A silver ring set with a green stone. The Sister Alexia's hood 51 of 76. This item cannot be used. Potion of revival 50. 4 week potion of greater. Week potion of greater respite 50. Week potion of greater. 5 week potion of heal. 7 week potion of respite 50. Week potion of sorcery. Diluted poison of confuse. A guide to Deepwood Forest 60. A guide to Farhaven. A guide to Deepwood Forest 60 of 76. The Forest of Deepwood is among the most ancient and mysterious locations surrounding Farhaven. It is home to a variety of flora and fauna, ranging from deer, small rodents, and various species of birds to the aggressive and dangerous deepwood spiders, unnaturally large arachnids with venomous fangs. These spiders, along with other dangerous predators, make it imperative that travelers use caution when traveling far from the areas patrolled by the city guard. Which file will you load? Graveyard. Cancelled. Inventory. A guide to Farhaven Graveyard 61 of 76. The graveyard that sits just beyond the east gate of Farhaven is a melancholy reminder of the long history of the city. The graves of countless Farhaven citizens crowd the funeral plots, each with its own story to tell. Inventory. A guide to Farhaven. Edrosmai. The early years 62 of 76. Elemental magic. An introduction 60. Edrosmai. In the storied past of Farhaven, few heroes stand as tall in memory as Edrosmai. Choose a beacon. Map marker. Adrianus Mausoleum. Madrinus Mausoleum. Navincius Mausoleum. Set custom beacon. Farhaven Eastgate. Magical barrier. Valenport Mausoleum. Ulcano Mausoleum. Sewers Graveyard. Lenario Mausoleum. Map marker. Adrianus Mausoleum. Madrinus Mausoleum. Adrianus Mausoleum. Madrinus Mausoleum.
South.
Adrianus
West.
Mausoleum Wall 1. End of
South.
Adrianus Mausoleum 2. Leaving Adrianus Mausoleum. Entering Fountain.
South.
You have encountered 3 enemies. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrianus. You ran from the enemy. Leaving Fountain.
South.
Level up. JC, level 5 warrior. Gwen Adrianus, level 5 mage. JC, level up JC, upgrade skills. Upgrade skills, JC has 3 expertise. Enhanced endurance, 2 expertise. Parry master, 2 expertise. Master endurance, 2 expertise. Finesse, rank 2 1 expertise. Second wind, rank 2 1 expertise. Enhanced endurance, second finesse, rank 2 1 expertise. Purchase skill for upgrade skills, JC has 2 expertise. Master endurance, parry master, 2 expertise. Enhanced endurance, 2 expertise. Second wind, enhanced endurance. Purchase skill for 2 expertise. Upgrade skills, JC has 0 expertise. Level up, set attributes. 4 points available. Dexterity 10, agility 11, 12. Are you sure? Level up JC, level 5 warrior. Set attribute, level up Gwen Adrianus, level 5 mate. Level up Gwen. Upgrade skills. Upgrade skills, Ice Spike, rank 1 1 expertise. Fire Bolt, rank 3 Lightning Bolt, rank 1 1 expertise. Elemental Attunement, 2 expertise. Purchase skill for 2 expertise. Please select an element. Fire, Ice, Lightning, Fire, Ice. Upgrade skills, Gwen Adrianus has 1 expertise. Enhanced Focus, Master Focus, Enhanced Lightning Bolt, Fire Bolt, rank 3 1 expertise. Lightning Bolt, rank 1, Fire Bolt. Purchase upgrade skills, Gwen Adrianus has 0 expertise. Level up Gwen. Set attributes, 4 points available. Constitution 9, press agility 10, press dexterity 10, press 11. Are you level up Gwen Adrianus, level 5 mate. Level up Sister Alexia, level 5 priest. Level up Sister. Upgrade skills. Upgrade skill, Light of Purity, rank 3 1 expertise. Purchase skill for upgrade skills. Sister Alexia, level up Sister. Set attributes, 4 points available. Agility 10, press left and right arrows to adjust. 11, 12. Constitution set. Intelligence 14, press 15, 16. Are you level up Sister Alexia, level 5 priest. Level up Sister Alexia. Which
South.
file will you save? Graveyard. Create a new save file. Graveyard. Matter. Game save.
South.
South.
West.
Small
West.
gate 11.
West. West.
Entering path.
West.
You have encountered 2 enemies. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. Use attack on who? Bat. At full health. Bat. At full health. Bat. Choose a skill. Firebolt. Use firebolt on who? Bat. Choose a skill for Sister Alexia. Light of Purity. Use light of purity on who? 83 damage. 42 damage. Battle lock.
Southwest.
Leaving path. Path 1-3.
Southwest.
Madrinus Mausoleum wall.
South.
As far as I can see 30.
Southwest.
Entering path. Hope the Vampire Slayer 7. Hope the Vampire Slayer 8.
Southwest.
And
West.
path. Leaving path.
Northwest.
City wall 13.
Northwest. North.
Madrid.
North.
Madrinus Mausoleum 03.
North.
Madrinus Mausoleum door 3. Entering Madrinus Mausoleum.
North.
The door of this mausoleum bears a carving of the Madrinus family crest, a lion and an ox. Each carved figure bears a keyhole. Okay. You have encountered 3 enemies. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. Retreat. Choose a skill for Gwen Adriana. You ran from the enemy. Nothing to interact with. Leaving Madrinus Mausoleum. Choose a beacon. Navincius Mausoleum. Choose a beacon. Set custom beacon. Navincius Mausoleum.
East.
Graveyard.
East.
Southwest.
Graveyard.
South.
East.
East.
North.
Madrinus.
North.
Southwest.
City Wall
West.
13. Tombstone 9. You have encountered 4 enemies. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrian. You ran from the enemy.
East.
Graveyard.
South.
Small gate 0.
Northeast.
Entering path. End of path 2.
North.
Graveyard fence. End of path.
North.
Northeast.
End of
East.
path. Leaving path.
North.
Path.
North.
Entering path. Leaving path.
South.
Madrinus
West.
path 1.
South.
Entering path.
North.
End of path.
West.
End of
North.
path.
North.
Leaving path.
North. Northeast.
Small gate 0.
North. Northeast.
What will you take? Rusty Iron Shield 1 of 1. Taken.
Northeast.
Navincius Mausoleum 4 8.
North.
Navincius Mausoleum Wall 8.
North.
You have encountered retreat. You ran from the enemy. Entering
North.
Navincius Mausoleum. Press the enter key to enter Navincius Mausoleum. Entering Navincius Mausoleum. Press the enter key to enter Farhaven Graveyard. You have encountered 3 enemies. Retreat. You ran from the enemy. Ceremonial earn 10. What will you take? Cracked opal 1 of 1. Taken. Coffin 2. What will you take? Rusty iron warhammer 1 of 2. Taken. Initiates ring of shielding 1 of 1. Taken. Empty coffin 2. This container is empty. You have encountered 2 enemies. Retreat. You ran from the enemy. Wall 1. Navansiu's Mausoleum door 19. No units inside. You have encountered 1 enemies. Choose a skill for Jason. Use attack on. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrianus. Attack. Firebolt. Blazing weapon. Regain focus. Use item. Rest. Choose a skill for Sister Alexi. Light up Purity. Blessed weapon. Regain focus. Use item. Rest. 59 damage. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. Use attack on. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrianus. Attack. Firebolt. Choose a skill for Sister Alexi. Light up Purity. 11 damage. 67 damage. Battle log. Map overview. You are here. Stone in Navansiu's Mausoleum 1427. Wall. Stone in Navansiu. Stone in Navansiu. Stone in Navansiu's Mausoleum 1515. Stone in Navansiu. Wall. Stone in Navansiu's Mausoleum 1511. Stone in Navansiu's Mausoleum 1510. Stone in Navansiu. Stone in Navansiu's Mausoleum 1310. Stone in Wall. Stone in Navansiu's Mausoleum 810. Wall. Stone in Navansiu's Mausoleum 811. Stone in Navansiu's Mausoleum 810. Wall. Stone in Navansiu. Wall. Stone in Navansiu. Wall. Empty coffin. Stone in Navansiu's Mausoleum. Wall. Stone in Navansiu's. Stone in Navansiu. Wall. Press the enter key to enter Farhaven Graveyard. Entering Navansiu's Mausoleum. Press the enter key to enter Navansiu's Mausoleum. Entering Navansiu's Mausoleum. Press the enter key to enter Farhaven Graveyard. Wall
West.
1. Wall 18.
North.
You have encountered 2 enemies. Retreat. Choose a skill for retreat. Choose a skill for Sister Alexi. Retreat. You ran from the enemy. Wall 7.
West.
Wall 13.
South.
Mausoleum
West.
Mausoleum staircase 1-3. Wall 3. Entering Mausoleum staircase. Nothing to interact with. Wall 9.
South.
You have encountered 4 enemies. Retreat. You ran from the enemy. Wall 3.
West.
Mausoleum
North.
staircase door 10. You have encountered 5 enemies. Retreat. You ran from the enemy. Entering Navansiu's Mausoleum Peace Room. Nothing to interact with. Coffin 3. Nothing to interact with. Wall 5.
North.
Coffin 3. Ceremonial urn 4. What will you take? Cracked emerald 1 of 1. Take it. Wall 1. Wall 3. Ceremonial urn 4. What will you take? Initiates taken. Take it. Coffin 2. You have encountered 2 enemies. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. Use attack on who? Shuffling Boneman, at full health. Choose a skill. Firebolt. Use Firebolt on Shuffling Boneman. Choose a skill. Light up Purity. Use Light up Purity on 45 damage. 43 damage. 39 damage. Choose a skill for Jace. Retreat. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrian. Retreat. Choose a skill for Sister Alexi. You ran from the enemy. Wall 2.
North.
Navansiu's Mausoleum War Room Door 0. Entering Navansiu's Mausoleum War Room. This container is empty. Weapons rack 3. What will you take? Rough quarter staff 1 of 2. This staff is really just a long, sturdy tree limb stripped of its bark and extra branches. Taken. Warp longbow 1 of 1. Taken. Wall board.
North.
Coffin 3. This coffin is sealed. Okay. Okay. This coffin is sealed. On the lid is carved the word war, along with the image of a sword and the number 11. Okay.
South. East.
Navansiu's
South.
Mausoleum War Room door 0. Entering Navansiu's Mausoleum Deep Room. You have encountered 1 enemies. Choose a skill for Jason. Use attack on. Choose a skill for Firebolt. Choose a skill for Sister Alexi. Light of Purity. 72 damage. Battle log. Ceremonial urn 2. What will you take? Cracked opal 1 of 1. Taken. Wall 3. Mausoleum
South.
staircase door 2. Entering Mausoleum staircase. No units inside. Wall 2.
East.
Wall 10.
North.
You have encountered 3 enemies. You ran from the enemy. Navansiu's
East.
Mausoleum. Entering Navansiu's Mausoleum. Wall 9.
South.
Wall 1.
East.
Wall 2.
South.
Wall
East.
6. You have encountered 4 enemies. Retreat. Choose a skill for Gwen Adriana. You ran from the enemy. Navansiu's
North.
The locked door before you sports 5 numbered dials, each bearing a carved picture. Adjust the dial bearing the picture of an apple. The locked door before you adjust the dial bearing the picture of a duck. Adjust the dial. What will you set the dial to? 1. What other dials will you adjust? Adjust the dial bearing the picture of an apple. Adjust the dial bearing the picture of a duck. Adjust the dial bearing the picture of a dove. What will you set the dial to? 1, 2. What other dials will you adjust? Adjust the dial. What will you set the dial? 1, 2, 3. What other dials will you adjust? Adjust the dial. What will you set the dial? 1, 2, 3, 4. What other dials will you adjust? Adjust the dial. Adjust the dial. What will you set the dial? 1. What other dials will you adjust? Adjust the dial. What will you set the dial? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What other dials will you adjust? Adjust the dial bearing the picture of a sword. Adjust the dial bearing the picture of a scroll. Leave them alone. Fast travel. Farhaven. Farhaven. Choose a location. Eastgate. Westgate. Southgate. Northgate. Southgate. Westgate. Eastgate. Entering East-West Road. Intersection 2. East-West Road 327. Fountain 27. Which file will you save? Graveyard. Create a new save file. Graveyard. Game save. Entering Eastgate. Press the enter key to enter Farhaven Graveyard. Leaving Eastgate. Which file will you save to? Create a new save file. Graveyard. Game save. Map overview. You are here. Gate 132. Map boundary 0. Which file will you save to? Graveyard. Game save. Gate 1. Graveyard
No.
fence 2. Graveyard fence 18. Graveyard fence 2. Graveyard fence 18. Thicket 19. Path
East.
016. Graveyard fence 17. Tombstone 22. Path
South.
02. Graveyard fence 2. Hedge 18. Map boundary 19. Gate 1.
West.
Graveyard
North.
fence 2. Graveyard fence 18. Thicket 19. Path
East.
016. Graveyard fence 17. Tombstone 22. Choose a beacon. Navansiu's Mausoleum. Set custom beacon. Farhaven Eastgate. Magical Barret. Valenport Mausoleum. Magical Barret. Entering path.
East.
East.
East. Northeast.
Leaving path. Path 13. Graveyard fence 4.
Northeast.
Path 13. Small gate 4.
East.
Path 13. Graveyard fence 4. Alcano Mausoleum wall 23.
Northeast.
Path 13. Small gate 4. Path 13.
East.
Graveyard fence 4. Duck pond 513. Entering path.
South.
Leaving path. Hedge
South.
23.
East.
Small
East.
gate 1. You have encountered 3 enemies. Choose a skill for Gwen Adriana. Choose a skill for Sister Alexi. Choose a skill for JC. Attack. You ran from the enemy.
East. East.
Alcano Mausoleum wall 15. Alcano Mausoleum wall 16. Alcano Mausoleum wall 16. Duck pond 28. Tombstone 9. Entering duck pond. Leaving duck pond. Graveyard fence 3. Graveyard fence 10. Open grave 13. Graveyard fence 0. Graveyard fence 7. Fountain 1517. Adriana's Mausoleum wall 19. Small gate 11. Wall 4. Ulkino Mausoleum wall. Magical barrier 02. You have encountered 3 enemies. You ran from the enemy. Leaving Ulkino Mausoleum wall 0. Ulkino Mausoleum wall 0. Apple Graveyard Fence 0. Graveyard Fence 1. Graveyard Fence 2-4. Apple Orchard 411. Ulkino Mausoleum wall 11. Graveyard Small Gate 1. Graveyard Fence 0. Graveyard Fence 4. Small Gate 5. Graveyard Fence 0. You have encountered 2 enemies. Choose a skill for Jace. Use attack on who. Choose a skill for Firebolt. Use Firebolt on. Choose a skill for Retreat. Ends of healing. Light of Purity. Use Light of Purity on Rat. At full health. Rat. 143 damage. 47 damage. Battle log. You want close battle log. Graveyard Fence 2. Hope the Vampire Slayer 19. Graveyard Fence 2. Graveyard Fence 27. As far as I can see 30. Which file will you load? Graveyard Manor. Mines. Manor. Game loaded. Small Gate 2. Entering fountain. Leaving fountain. Entering Adrianus Mausoleum. This door requires a key. Okay. You have encountered 1 enemies. Finesse. Use Finesse on. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrian. Firebolt. Choose a skill for Sister Alexia. Light of Purity. 190 damage. Battle log. Leaving Adrianus Mausoleum. Entering fountain. Leaving fountain. Ulkino Mausoleum wall 2. Choose a beacon. Valenport Mausoleum. Magical barrier. Farhaven East Gate. Magical barrier. Valenport Mausoleum. Ulkino Mausoleum. Valenport Mausoleum. You can't get there from here. Choose a beacon. Ulkino Mausoleum. Sewers Graveyard Side. Lenario Mausoleum. Sewers Graveyard Side. Lenario Mausoleum. Sewers Graveyard Side. Choose a beacon. Lenario Mausoleum. Map marker. Adrianus Mausoleum. Madrinus Mausoleum. Navincius Mausoleum. Madrinus Mausoleum. Adrianus Mausoleum. Map marker. Lenario Mausoleum. Sewers Graveyard Side.
West.
Graveyard
West.
Fence 1620.
West. West.
You have encountered 3 enemies. Choose a skill for Gwen Adrian. You ran from the enemy.
Southwest.
Duck Pond 4. Duck Pond 4. Tombstone for Duck Pond 412.
West.
Graveyard Fence. Entering Duck Pond.
Southwest.
Graveyard Fence 5.
Southwest.
Graveyard Fence 2. Leaving Duck Pond.
Southwest.
Entering path. Leaving path. Graveyard
South.
Fence 0. City Wall 14.
South.
Path
South.
2-4. Entering path.
South.
End of path 1. Hedge 17. Map boundary 18.
South.
End of path 1. Graveyard Fence 2. Lenario Mausoleum wall 3. You have encountered 4 enemies. You ran from the enemy. End of path 2. Graveyard Fence 4-6. Tombstone 12. End of path 2. Graveyard Fence 3-5. Open grave 15. End of path 1. Path 9-17. Graveyard Fence 18. End of path 1. Path 5. End of path 1. Path 9-17. Graveyard Fence 18. Open grave 28. End of path 1. Path 5-15. Path 15-17. Graveyard Fence 18. Tombstone 22. End of path 1. Path 5-13. Path 15-18. Graveyard Fence 19. End of path 1. Path 3-7. Graveyard Fence 10-12. Duck Pond 12. Graveyard Fence 14. Path 17-19. Graveyard Fence 20. Tombstone 27. End of path 1. Path 2-6. Graveyard Fence 7-9. Duck Pond 9-16. Graveyard Fence 16. Path 18-21. Graveyard Fence 22. Open grave 24. End of path 3. Graveyard Fence 4. Hope the Vampire. End of path 3. Graveyard Fence 4. Ulkino Mausoleum wall 24. Level up. Sister Alexia. Level 5 priest. Which file will you load? Manor. Graveyard. Game look. Leaving path.
Streamlab document. Clickable lens. Clickable. Clickable. Live 11423. Clickable. One viewers. Link. 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 Link refresh. Clickable. Blank. Blank. Link. 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 One view. Clickable. Live 11457. Clickable. Clickable. Clickable button end stream.